Okay, this one's gonna be on everybody's least favorite uncle, Mr. Uncle Epstein. Just gonna go through some facts on it. I know everybody've heard so much about him, so I just created a collage just to go over some facts regarding him and everything that is known and some theories on it. Okay, well, who was Jeffrey Epstein? American financier and convicted sex offender, Mossad agent, CIA frontman. He was born January 20th, 1953. He's out of Brooklyn. Supposedly, he died on August 10th in 2019, even though the cameras weren't working. No autopsy was done. He had known connections to powerful politicians, financial heads, and academic figures and celebrities. Like I said, he was born in Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, raised in a working class Jewish family with no elite connections, demonstrated exceptional academic aptitude in mathematics and science from an early age. His father was a city worker, worked for city parks department, and his mother worked at a school. As you can see, no high profile. They were just a regular working class family. He would graduate from high school. He would go to college, Cooper Union and NYU, but he would not graduate from either of them. He ended up becoming a math teacher in physics. The cites no degree, so that showed his intellect that he had. And then back then, you could do that too. You could apply and get hired without the actual degree if you show proficiency. And then early in his career, rising in through finance, he ended up getting fired from the school for reasons not disclosed. Okay. Then he went to go work for Bear Stearns. And back then, that was Bear Stearns is a big hedge fund, deals with stocks and bonds. And his knowledge of mathematics would be very helpful and is helpful in the financial field. So that's going to see probably most likely how he got in the door at Bear Stearns. And then basically how he earned his wealth is very mysterious, but he did claim to serve only billionaire clients, and through those clients and his connections with Leslie Wexner, founder of L Brands and Victoria's Secret, he used offshore account structures, private banking, and high net worth networking to help very famous and rich people, which later he just became wealthy. Nobody really knows exactly how, but just from being around rich people, he became a rich man himself. And to this day, it really hasn't been investigated where his wealth came from. Documented associates, his number one ace, Ghislaine Maxwell. She's the woman in all the pictures. Leslie Wexner talked about him. Prince Andrew, the former Prince Duke of York, who is no longer that. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Alan Dershowitz, Larry Summers. He's also a lot of actors, actresses. He threw a lot of parties, just like Diddy. And a lot of other celebrities. He threw a lot of parties, and people would come through him. And like Diddy seems to copy what he was doing. To later what kind of seem like Diddy got a playbook from him, like Diddy was trying to become him. From what has all been said, with him with the parties and videos, and him having information on people. See, hold up. It happens. Okay, so political connections. Of course, we know Bill Clinton, George Mitchell, Bill Richardson, Donald Trump, Ken Starr. Ken Starr, that's a big name. We already talked about Prince Andrew, but Aduk Barak, look him up on YouTube regarding him. No politicians have been convicted of crimes. Just wanted to say that. Um, but this guy had connections to all types of people. Harvard University, of course, Wall Street, celebrities. Bill Gates is another person he had connections to, but nobody says like how did they get to know him. And the only thing I could really see is through the party scene. He was just a guy that threw parties. He would probably invite people, hey, bring so and so. Of course, people would show up, even people that probably didn't like him because they knew the girls would be there, so they're showing up. That's just what guys do. They know a lot of women are going to be there, so I'm going to be there. Okay. Criminal history. 2005 to 2008, he was accused of soliciting minors, received a controversial non-prosecution agreement, 13 morning, county jail with work release. This is the case that fuels all the conspiracy theories because he was caught with underage girls trying to buy prostitutes that known underage, and he just kind of gets that a very, very lenient sentence on it. Some reason they didn't do anything. But in 2019, he was arrested again, charged with sex trafficking of minors across state lines, denied bail, considered a flight risk, victims' numbers in the dozens, and it's probably most likely this. And then, while in custody, he supposedly died while in jail. But there was issues with that, issues with the surveillance cameras, guards on the duty. They supposedly fell asleep and then falsified the record, probably checking in on him. Days before that, he had been removed from suicide watch. But just the things that just don't add up with that. The camera's not working. The guards are falling asleep. It just doesn't work. And it kind of goes back to all he not only had connections in the United States, he had the private islands, he had travel records in Brazil, he had political connections in Israel, the connection to the royal family through Prince Andrew. He had a global footprint and a lot of offshore holdings for it. And that what leads to the conspiracy theories. Was he actually intelligence? Was his job to get dirt on all types of people, to so they could be blackmailed to get information, or to if these people of influence would not make the decision that government wants or certain other rich and famous people wanted, then they could use the information of things that happen at parties, things that happen at the island, um, to uh, to get what they want. Or Jeffrey also could use that to get wealth to himself. And he also has links to cryptocurrency and the beginning of cryptocurrency on it. And his number one person that we said his number one, his bottom check, that to this day they really haven't got much of her talking. Everybody else is talking, but she's not. Here's the crazy thing: she only got 20 years for that. To me, she's a good life, but most likely at her age, she probably would die in jail anyway. But she was convicted in 2021. Even her, she's not. She is at a federal prison, but it's a minimum security. She's not doing the hardest time. I think she has a puppy. She has a puppy while she's in jail. That tells you a little bit more of the influence they have. I hope she lives through the next year. And a lot of people say, why do you care about things like this? It's because it just shows that a lot of conspiracy theories were actually true, such as Pizzagate, when they said young children were being sex trafficked for celebrities and a lot of rich people, and it was used as it was just said to be a conspiracy theory. Also, just shows how money can get you out of certain things. Maybe not all the time, but a lot of times can get you away with things and get you certain privileges. Privileges do not come with skin color; it comes with money. But also, it just shows that the sex trafficking is real, and it is currently going on. Um, in the situation. And as you can see in the news, you had Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton currently testifying on what they knew about him. A lot of hidden, well, not hidden, I'm saying just a lot of testimony regarding that. And I think Donald Trump, he's going to testify more. But at the end of the day, I don't see nobody going to jail regarding it. I just see there's a lot of talk. And it's not just on the politicians, it's on the regular people to just basically do your due diligence, and it just shows the importance of parenting, especially with young girls who want the life. They start young as models, and they think that okay, I just have to get with this person because they're rich and famous, and they think that they just have to do all these things, and they're willing to do anything because they want the soft life. They want the bag, and the bag is just what leads to young girls in the hands of guys like this. Because you can see where's the picture? Where's the picture? Like this is like a party. Everybody wants to be the girl around the guys. They got the money. They also have influence. They want to be around these people. And these pictures look okay until you know what's kind of behind them, and you don't want to be there. Just something to think about because it's not just him. I don't think he's dead, but I just think he's just the. It's not just him. This is just known business, and to me, I think he was an agent, and he just became no more use, or they just needed. He got it too much. His face got known, so they had to change it. And she may not even be in jail. She may just show up every now and then, and she disappears. She goes out the back door every night. Thank you.